Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to my 12 Days of Christmas video series. We are unboxing a gift from the 12 Days of Christmas gift box every day as we share projects. I share projects. You enjoy projects that are sneak peeks from the upcoming January 2025 Stampin' Up! Releases. There is so much new product coming out in January. We have a new mini catalog. We also have new online exclusives, and we have Celebration, which allows you to get free gifts for every $60 that you order. Over the course of the 12 Days of Christmas video series, I have been giving you sneak peeks of all these amazing products, and I have a box full of samples. I've had so much fun sharing with you, and I hope that you've been enjoying the sneak peeks. Now, all of the products that I'm featuring are coming out in January on the 7th for everyone to order. If you are a demonstrator, you can order right now in December. So what a fabulous Christmas present to give to yourself if you haven't already. Today, I'm going to be showcasing some new online exclusive products. This is the Mixed Media Florals Suite. And so it has a little flyer that you can print out and showing you all the things. I'm going to show you all the things. There's also a Memories and More card pack that coordinates, that's pictured in the January through April mini catalog. I also have a little flyer thanks to, I think it was Linda Cullen, who put this template together that shows all the online exclusives coming out. So we've got the Everyday Sky Suite, which I shared in another video, the Mixed Media Suite that has 2 different bundles. Then there are some additional bundles, the Twisted in Time, Spring Corners, Faith Collection, Adventure Together, Grow with Love, Around It All, and some additional stamp sets that are some great background stamps, some really fun motherhood mottos, a detailed succulent, that glitter paper we used the other day, and those Mixed Media Memories and More cards and envelopes. So much more is available online, and I'm excited to share a little bit of that with you today. We will be unboxing our gift number 11. We're almost done with this video series. We have one more video tomorrow, so be sure that you tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. And don't let me forget, tomorrow I will unveil the bonus gift that was included in the 12 Days of Christmas gift box. Now, I do have one last gift box that is ready to send out. I had someone sign up and then they changed their mind, and so the gift box literally is ready to go. All I need to do is print a shipping label. So if you missed out and would like to get a 12 Days of Christmas gift box, it is not too late. I can get it to you probably by Christmas if I mail it out tomorrow. I'm sure that it would come. So tinyurl.com/Julie gift box. If you live in the United States, we can get it to you really quickly. So let me know. I'm so excited. I'll be watching to see who signs up, and we'll get you this last 12 Days of Christmas gift box. Angelique says, this has been so much fun. Yay! I have really enjoyed not only giving you sneak peeks, but also featuring the gift that's inside the packaging. So let's do this first. Let's open up our gift number 11. I also have these fun little cheats for wrapping presents. We use a lot of paper gift bags and poly gift bags to make wrapping a little bit easier. We did wrap a couple of the gifts in a more traditional way. But day number 11, our gift is iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. These are a favorite. I think Mom's like all-time favorite gems. And I think they're just so versatile and so pretty. Well, I had to include these, even though they were on the last chance list, because I love them so much. Now, if you haven't checked out the last chance list, these deals are kind of ridiculous, up to 80% off, and the rhinestone gems were on there at a deeper discount than I got them for, and they're now sold out. So make sure you check out the last chance list, because there are so many other things that are still available up to 80% off. I mean, we have $2.50 designer paper, $8 stamp sets. It's like insane. It's so crazy. So check it out in my online store, juliedavison.com/shop. There's a special section. If you go under specials, you'll find last chance products and you'll find all of these things. There were like 200 items that are being discontinued, many of them on sale, with some really amazing prices. So check that out. The iridescent rhinestone basic jewels, no longer available, but such a classic. So let me show you this suite, and then we'll get to our rhinestones when we embellish our project. I'm going to be using the mixed media suite today, and this includes 2 bundles. The mixed florals stamp set with coordinating dies that I didn't get yet. It looks like it has some dies that die cut the outlines, plus some detailed sort of leaf or grass, and then some dies for the ladybugs. Are so cute. Now this stamp set is bigger than I thought it would be. I was really surprised when I got it out on the stamp block. The images on the cover are 75%. Let me open this up and show you. Look at how big that is. That is like a whole card front right there. So the images are quite big, but they are so fun. And I am even going to do a little coloring today. I wasn't planning to, but it worked out that I did. The other bundle in this suite is called Mixed Labels, and it is a fantastic greeting set along with some great label dies. We have a die to die cut the banner, as well as some stitched labels. 1, 2, 3, 4 different stitched labels in there that fit the sentiments. Thank you. Happy anniversary. I always feel like that's a hard one. Like we don't get that a lot. Your kindness made my day. You're pretty wonderful. For a great friend. I'm so glad we're friends. Just a note to let you know you're on my mind, and with sympathy. And then we have some flowers here, a little detailed leaf, but mostly this is greetings and just some really fantastic label dies. So this one called Mixed Labels Bundle. The bundle is $39.50, so a nice price I think on that. So we got 2 different bundles. We have an amazing embossing folder. This one's called Plaster Painting, and it reminds me a little bit, we had like a painted texture one for a while, and this sort of reminds me of that, maybe a little bit more detailed with this sort of deep plaster kind of strokes. I really love this sort of canvas texture that's on the background on one side of this. This is a larger embossing folder, so like 6 by 9 inches, and that's what it looks like when it's embossed. We're gonna do that a little too on our card. And then some designer paper. The Mixed Media Florals designer paper is 12 by 12. I cut it down just to show you a little easier. And I have to say, I'm a little overwhelmed by the color in this designer paper. Now, I love color and I love to embrace color, but sometimes really busy prints like this can be hard to use. And so I think that's what I find to be a little overwhelming and challenging. This is the first project today that I've created with this suite. And so I'm excited to play some more. And I know that using busy patterns like this in smaller pieces helps to make it less overwhelming and just kind of tie in all the other elements. So this 12 by 12 designer paper includes some really vibrant images as well as some black and white imagery. And I was kind of leaning into the black and white earlier today and ended up switching gears and coloring. But I love these colors. We got some petal pink, calypso coral, granny apple green, shy shamrock, boho blue, basic black, some yellows in there. I would say that's like crushed curry, maybe some daffodil delight. Really beautiful. Tell me what you think about this one. Very graphic, very bright. Are you feeling the mixed media florals vibe? There are some embellishments that are part of this one. They're called low profile dots, and they remind me very much of the pecan and white dots. They don't have the same printed sort of texture that are on them, but they have the same low profile, smooth, and a similar size in the dots. So we've got petal pink and gold that are in here. So we're going to use our iridescent rhinestones on today's project, but another great option. I just love embellishments. You guys saw my box earlier. I got it out for Sunday stamping. And there are just so many great options. So I love to just get a little bit of everything and have it in my box and use it how I'd like. Now, I did mention this one has some mixed media. We have mixed media Memories and More cards. And these are so great for pocket scrapbooking, but you can use them for so much more. And I've showcased these in other 12 Days of Christmas packages and other boxes. So we have 3x4 cards, and there's 2 of each, and there's just different designs that are so great for scrapbooking, but also for creating other projects. So you'll see some like journaling squares and some props, some great little background pieces. And then there also is some that have words that are more conducive to card making. Today was great. I love that. Lots of options, same bright colors that feel just a little overwhelming, but lots of great background ones that aren't so crazy. Oh, I love that one. Those are great colors. I think I pulled the wrong green for my, for my project. I was using Old Olive earlier, and I should have gotten out like a Shy Shamrock instead. So maybe I'll have to switch that. So the 4x3 cards, and then we've got 4x6 cards. And so these are a little bit bigger. I feel like the sentiments in these cards are definitely more scrapbook focused. Oh, of course, there's a thank you. Family time, grateful. Over here we had some capturing memories one photo at a time. This is our story. How many of you scrapbook? Do you like the pocket scrapbooking cards, the Memories and More? I'd love to hear that. I always get them, and then I never end up using them all before the product goes away. In addition to the cards, we also have the self-adhesive die cuts. So 2 sheets each of the same kind. Here's where we're going to see a lot of those card making. Heartfelt things, happy birthday, you're amazing. Just a note to let you know I'm thinking of you, celebrate. Really cute little elements to go with that. So this is the mixed media suite, and I have pre-cut some pieces for our project today. So let's jump in and get started. I'm going to start with a mixed media floral and do a little stamping and coloring, and I'm going to stamp here with Memento black ink. This is a good one for using the Stampin' Blends because it's water, is it water hybrid? Isn't it a hybrid ink? I'm looking now. Water-based, fast-drying dye ink. No, this isn't a hybrid ink. Where did I come up with that? This is, since we have alcohol markers, we want to use a dye ink. If we used watercoloring, we would want to use our StazOn or our solvent ink, because then when we blend with water, then it won't run. But since this is a water-based ink, we can use the Stampin' Blends to color in. I brought in my blends here. I'm going to switch out. I think I had a combination of Granny Apple Green and the Old Olive, but I'm going to reach for, let's try Shy Shamrock. I think that's going to match the paper a little bit more. My designer paper pick here is 2 by 5 inches, and it has a very sort of watercolor look that's like not complete. There's some white lines and stuff. And so when I'm coloring, I very much am going to just be very quick about it and maybe not color in all the way, leaving some white spots to kind of coordinate with that. I'm using boho blue for the little flowers to bring in some of the blue from the background of the designer paper. Light first, and then adding a little, it was like a little dot of dark in the middle. Very quick coloring, again, to match the designer paper. I'm going to bring in that Shy Shamrock now, and trying to be a little deliberate so I'm not outside the lines, but again, just kind of quick lines, quick coloring here. And then going back in with the dark to add a little a little variation in the color. For the top of the flower, this looks like a, I don't know my flowers, a cone flower, was that right? I'm using Daffodil Delight. I'm going to do a light, then come in with the dark. For the petals, I'm going to use light Calypso Coral. My end is starting to fray here, so I'm trying to be a little careful. And then bring in some of that dark Calypso Coral. All right, what do you think? It's messy, but I think that it coordinates really well with the designer paper. Well, we're going to take this now and we're going to step it up just a little bit by using the embossing folder to emboss the whole thing. I just love sort of that little bit of texture and making that a little bit special. So I'm going to take this and send it through the die cutting machine with the gray specialty plate. Ta-da! Isn't that fun? I love just adding that little extra texture. So our card, we have our designer paper. We're gonna have our textured color piece here. I'm still not sure this is the right green. Here's the greens I used earlier, which was a combination of granny apple green and old olive. This almost looks to me like some garden green or something, which isn't a color listed, and I don't have the garden green Stampin' Blends. So I'm gonna have to look for that when I place my next order. Which one do you guys think coordinates best with the designer paper? Now that I see them on here, I'm kind of leaning towards that first one that I did with the old olive and the granny apple green. I just feel like this green is not quite right with this pattern of designer paper. Some of the other designer paper, it would go really well, but this one, I don't know. I think I'm leaning towards that old olive. I'll let you guys vote on that really quick. Meanwhile, I'm going to stamp and die cut a label. So from the mixed labels, I'm going to do the You're Pretty Wonderful. And I'm using the Embossing Editions Toolkit. This is such a great gift for your favorite crafter. It includes the Powder Pal tray, the embossing buddy, the little brush, and the tweezers to hold your cardstock. So I'm going to start with the embossing buddy and spread that on the basic black cardstock. And this just helps to remove any of the extra moisture, like from your hands or any extra ink. We want the embossing powder to stick only to the ink. So I'm stamping You're Pretty Wonderful in the center of the basic black cardstock. And then I'm going to use the Wow Opaque Bright White Regular Embossing Powder. And this comes in a little, a trio. So it has clear, black, and the white, which I think I use the most, is the white one. And I'm just going to funnel this back in here over the Powder Pal tray. And then if I had more, I could funnel it back into the jar by screwing the lid. I'll use my little brush that comes in here just to kind of clean up all the little bits that are all around, and then we're going to use the heat tool to heat this up. So I'm going to set this aside. I'll finish cleaning up my mess later. I'll use my tweezers to hang onto the cardstock while I emboss with the heat tool. I feel like I don't emboss a lot on my projects. I don't know. I'm just lazy, I suppose. It's such a nice graphic look, especially when you do like white on black as I'm doing today. But it just takes time. Not that it even takes that much time, but I'm always usually like, you know, quick and easy. Ooh, I see Angelique is saying it looks maybe more like Mossy Meadow. And there's no Garden Green blends. Well, that would explain why I don't have them. I think a little Mossy Meadow could be good. Let me bring in, I'm going to bring in my light Mossy Meadow and maybe just, I think this one is closer, and I think you guys are agreeing that the old olive looks a little better. So I'm just gonna maybe try to add, like, darken it up just a little bit with some of the light Mossy Meadow. It's much easier to color before you emboss, but you can color after you emboss. So I've got something that popped up. There we go. All right, so let's go with this one today. And for our greeting, which we embossed, I'm going to use this die to die cut it out. And I did that ahead of time. Ta-da! So I love the detailed stitching on these dies. It's kind of fun, like not just a regular shape. It's got some extra little detail around the edges. Can you see that? Really beautiful. All right, our card is coming together nicely. I need your help though. We are going to decide on some ribbon, and I wanted to add a little ribbon behind the a little bit of ribbon behind the tag. And so I brought in some options. I have the iridescent striped, which I do think goes nicely with our gems. And we have the silver sheer ribbon. And then this one comes in a combo pack. It's the petal pink and white. And we used a little bit of this earlier in our series. And I do think that the petal pink looks good with this as well, because there's some of the lighter pink in there. So let's do a vote, okay? Iridescent is going to be 1, and then the silver is 2, and then we could do the white or the petal pink. I lean towards the petal pink. So 1, 2, or 3. Leave your vote for ribbon. While you're voting on ribbon, I'm going to do a little stamping for our inside piece. This is just going to be really simple. I brought in another sentiment that says, I'm so glad we're friends. So that's going to be in black ink. And then in Calypso Coral, how adorable are these cute little, you can't see them yet. How adorable are these cute little, I've just lost the screen with all the chat. These cute little ladybugs. There are several different ladybugs in this stamp set, and I guess there's 3. 1, 2, 3. And so I just thought for sure we needed to add some ladybugs to the inside of our card. Aren't they adorable? So let's glue that down on the inside and see what you guys say about the see what you say about the ribbon. I keep shoving things and moving them over and over. This is my stamp desk. It is such a mess. All right. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of votes for the pink. I actually was surprised. I thought you guys would say the iridescent, but Cecilia and Barb and Maria and Heather and Welch Fam say 3. Julie likes the iridescent ice. I do too. Lynn and Lynn agree on the petal pink. So it looks like petal pink it is. All right. I'm digging that. Let's put those aside. Maybe it's because that's the one I had underneath the ribbon. Was that like the subtle, this is what we should do? I actually hadn't decided for myself. I was leaning more towards the iridescent, but I'm going to go with you guys today, my experts. So this is going to go behind there. That just kind of warms up the card, I feel like, a little bit. Let's glue the inside down to our Calypso Coral card base. And such a simple layout today. I always tend to kind of come back to the same layouts over and over again, but this one's a good one. 2 inches by 5 for the designer paper. This one is 2.5 inches by 4 1/4, and we're going to put this on with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Ooh, a new sheet. That's a treat. I find that with textured cardstock like this that we've embossed, that it's always good to put that on with Stampin' Dimensionals because it just adheres a little bit better. I'm going to put this over here on the left side, kind of evenly spacing things, and then we're going to bring in our label, and it's going to kind of go in between. We'll attach the ribbon to the back of the label with our little trick of tear and tape. And then we're going to add Stampin' Dimensionals. We got to be careful here because some of this is already on the part that has Stampin' Dimensionals and some of it is not. So we're going to either do a double Stampin' Dimensional or we'll do Stampin' Dimensionals on one side and we'll do some extra adhesive here. We got the ribbon on there, so I'm doing some tear and tape so that it will stick down well. Oh, so pretty! Am I changing your mind about this suite? Or maybe you're thinking, no, because I have enough flowers at home already. Well, if that's the case, I hope that you like this project idea and maybe try it with whatever flower stamps you do have at home. Try embossing your cardstock after you stamp in color. Give it a little extra texture and really have some fun with lots of colors. Let's add our rhinestones. These iridescent rhinestones are so pretty. They do have a little bit of a thick body to them, so you may need to have some you may need a not machinable stamp. I'm like out of words here. I just did 1, 2, 3 kind of around the flowers to add some bling. If you wanted to, you could really have some fun and do like 5 you know, 5 of these and kind of bring it all over. I think that's 6 now. Anyway, you can just have some fun. Put them wherever you want. With the little ladybugs inside. I'm so glad we're friends. All right, so this was Mixed Media Suite. It's an online exclusive that's coming out. So you're not going to see it in the January through April mini catalog, but it will all be available at the same time as an online exclusive. So you'll be able to see it and order it online. I am sure I'll be sharing some more samples with this one soon, but I hope you enjoyed today's video and today's project idea. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos. We have a busy week ahead of us. Our last 12 days of Christmas video unboxing and project is coming tomorrow. I'm really excited about the project that I'm planning to share with you. We're going to bring back those window sheets and do something fun with a new butterfly suite. I can't remember the name of it, but it's super, super fun, and I'll also be unveiling this special gift that was included in this year's 12 Days of Christmas gift box. Then on Tuesday, we have our great big card swap. We have 60, almost 70 cards that we're going to showcase featuring the Winter Wonderland theme. If you haven't already, I hope that you'll still send in a card. Our last showcase for the month is going to be in 2 more weeks on the 31st. And I am donating $2 for every card that is sent in for the Great Big Card Swap in December. I'll be donating $2 towards Wendy Langsess Cancer Kindness organization. And I'll talk more about that on Tuesday. So tune in for that, Tuesday the 17th, then Thursday Night Stamp Therapy on the 19th. Yeah, we just got so much going on. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of those upcoming videos. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye, everybody.